Hey, how's it going? This is Owen. I'm at the Slumber Yard, and in today's video we're talking about one of the better, more affordable options available from Amazon. We're talking about the Lucid 10-inch memory foam hybrid. Lucid is a very long-standing brand that's sold on Amazon for a long time. One thing that I've noticed over the course of testing mattresses for over 6 years is that new brands will pop up on Amazon all the time, then they might disappear, and so we really focus on the ones that have been around for a very long time that we trust, like Lucid and Linen Spa. We're going to talk about pretty much everything you need to know about this bed, including what it's actually made of, what it's going to feel like for you to sleep on, how firm it is, how much it costs, and who might want to pick one up for themselves. If you find this video helpful or interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to look down below in the description for a lot more info to help you out with your online mattress search. But without further ado, let's get into the review. All right, let's get into it by briefly covering the policies this bed is backed by. This is stuff like shipping, returns, trial periods, and warranties. Now, one thing I should mention when you're buying a mattress from Amazon is that you might not necessarily get the 100-night trial period that a lot of other brands offer when you purchase directly through them. From what I've seen, Lucid does offer a 100-night trial period, but there's also the regular 30-day return policy provided by Amazon. Just double check when you're checking out that 100-night trial period does exist. Also, you shouldn't pay anything for shipping. You don't necessarily have to be a Prime member. This thing shouldn't have any extra shipping cost, and it does ship in a box like the vast majority of beds out there. And if you decide to return the mattress, again, make sure you double check what return policy you're actually getting when you buy. Either way, it shouldn't be any extra cost. You just have to remember, if you're only getting that 30-day Amazon return, you have to decide very, very quickly if you want to keep the bed or not. And when it comes to warranties, you can purchase an additional protection plan from Amazon for $50 or so, which is not bad. I think this thing should have a warranty by default, but again, I can't really find this information, and we actually reached out to Lucid recently for a different reason I'll get into, and we haven't heard anything back. So just again, when you're buying any mattress on Amazon, double check what you're actually getting, because it's a lot less straightforward than buying a mattress directly from the brand. Moving on to the construction and feel of this bed's about 10 inches thick, and it does have quite a few layers. You have about a 1-inch thick layer of dense support foam at the very bottom, but this is really just there so the layer of pocketed coils has a stable foundation. This is a hybrid bed, which is pretty cool at this price point. We'll talk about price a little bit later, but most hybrid beds are not this affordable. And then you have 3 different layers of foam right above the coils. You have a layer of transition foam that provides a buffer between the comfort foams above and the coils below. Then you have 2 distinct layers of memory foam. So despite the fact that there are 2 different layers of memory foam right on top, this bed doesn't really have that strict memory foam feel because of the coils and the more responsive foam. You wind up with more of a neutral hybrid feel overall. You get some bounce. You will get some sink-in quality from those 2 layers of memory foam, but it's not overwhelming, and the bed does kind of move with you if you like to rotate between sleeping positions. So I think most people find this bed pretty comfortable, although if you want something more strictly memory foamy, you might want to check out the Lucid memory foam mattress that doesn't feature coils. Moving on to the subject of firmness, this bed is generally pretty accommodating. We have it at around a flat medium on our scale, maybe on the slightly firmer end of medium, so it should work pretty well for all sleeping positions, back, stomach side, and combination. Strict side sleepers, especially if you're very lightweight, could find this bed slightly too firm. You might want something a bit more plush, but I think this firmness profile is very accommodating and should work for pretty much everybody. Moving on to the subject of price. This is actually kind of dicey because when you're buying a mattress on Amazon, you're kind of at the mercy of what they have in stock at the time you're buying. So for example, right now when I'm recording this video, they don't have any full sizes in stock, queens or standard king sizes, so you can't even buy those at all. And when it comes to the twin size, you're looking at about $300, and the twin XL is actually slightly cheaper at $275, and the Cal king size is about $860. But according to Amazon, they only have 1 in stock, and that's kind of how it goes. The lower the amount of stock that they have of any given size, the price tends to increase, and when the stock increases, the price decreases. I've seen this mattress in a queen size go as low as $260. Normally I see it somewhere between $300 and $350 when they have beds in stock, but I've also seen the price go way up to somewhere around $550. So depending on when you're buying, you could be spending up quite a bit for this bed, or it could be super affordable. Make sure you look down below in the description for the direct link to the Amazon page. You'll be able to see what they have in stock. Maybe by the time you're watching, they'll have some, but as of right now, you can't even get a king or a queen size. And that leads me to another point I want to make about this mattress, and that is down to quality control. So we have 2 copies of this bed. 1 copy I think is great. It's held up for a very long time. We've had it for years. I think it's really comfortable and nice and durable. However, we got a new version in not that long ago, and it just seems lower quality. When we unboxed it, it had a really kind of misshapen look to it, and it did eventually firm up and get into a more proper mattress shape, but it still doesn't look anywhere near as nice as the old copy that we have. We reached out to Lucid, maybe we got a bad copy of their bed. We haven't heard anything, but that's just something that you have to contend with when you're buying a mattress from Amazon or this particular bed from Lucid, is that you might not necessarily get a super nice version of that particular mattress. The benefit of getting a mattress like this is that it's very affordable, and a lot of people generally like buying on Amazon, but there are nicer affordable beds in my opinion. You could go with the Allswell mattress, that's only about $317 for a queen size. You could get any of the beds from Dream Foam, those are also pretty darn affordable, and they're all made in the US, and I think their quality control is really good. So personally, I am not a huge fan of this mattress, if I'm being honest. I think the original copy we have of this mattress is pretty nice, but especially because that price can fluctuate, unless you're getting this bed at $300 or less, not something I would buy personally. But let us know what you think about Lucid. Write us down in the comment section. We'd love to have your thoughts. Have you gotten one of these beds before? Was the quality good or was it not so good? Let us know. And if you find this video helpful or interesting at all, make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. And as always, lots of stuff in the description to help with your online mattress search. But that's going to do it for me. This is Owen with the Slumber Yard. I'll see you in the next one.